Here's 12 minimalist grocery shopping tips so you can shop with more intention, cutting down on food waste, stretching your money further, and simplifying mealtimes. Food prices here in Australia and all around the world seem to be getting ridiculously expensive in 2024. So we've been reflecting on our best minimalist grocery shopping tips we use time and time again to stretch our own money further and simplify the whole process. As always, this isn't financial advice. This is just what we personally do, and it saves us a lot of money.
First up, have a plan. Having a plan is a non-negotiable for us. We never set foot in a grocery store without a plan. For us, this looks like planning out what we want to eat for the entire week, and then jotting down the ingredients needed. We plan Monday through Sunday with exactly what we're eating for each day.
I've actually made this as easy as possible with actually printing out and laminating our favorite simple, healthy meals. So we can flip through them once a week and pick out what we feel like eating. They have little Velcro stickies on the back so I can stick them up on the fridge so they can be a visual reminder of what we're eating. Because I found that over the years, if it's not visual, I somehow completely forget what we're eating for the week.
So yes, have a plan. Whatever works best for you and your household. Perhaps it's written up on a whiteboard somewhere, or in your notes app, or stuck on the fridge like us. Just make sure you have a plan, because it's the #1 way you'll start to be more intentional with your grocery shopping and save on money and food waste.
Next, have a system. If you're really set on shopping like a minimalist, then know that having a good system in place is important. We value our time, so reinventing the wheel every time it comes to grocery shopping every single week for the rest of our lives is a big no for us. Josh and I no longer use pen and paper to write down our grocery list because it was reinventing the wheel every single week. I got sick of writing a new list every week just to find out that Josh had already written one. Then for it to come time to do the grocery shopping and finding out either one or both of us either lost or threw out the list.
If you write a grocery list every week on paper, then you'll need to communicate extra with whoever you might be living with to not buy an extra 1 litre of milk on their way home, because you already did. It was scribbled down on your bit of paper. So don't reinvent the wheel where you don't need to. Use technology to help you simplify things where you can. It's one of the best things about technology, the time it saves us and how it simplifies repetitive things like grocery shopping.
Josh and I use the Google Keep app. It's amazing and synced across all devices. You can share notes with people, and Josh and I have a shared grocery shopping list, and we can access it at all times. It updates in real time, and we have a checklist of regular foods we buy week after week that we simply uncheck when they run out and we need to buy more, and we tick once we've bought it. We don't even need to type anything out. It makes things far more streamlined, saves on paper clutter, saves on miscommunication, and saves on food waste, while simplifying one of the most repetitive tasks out there. So if you're looking to simplify your grocery shopping like a minimalist, use a system like Google Keep. It's free, and watch as your food shopping becomes easier and easier.
Third on our list of minimalist grocery shopping tips and ways to shop with intention, we have use a budget. This is a big one, and I think a lot of people might struggle with because budgets might seem boring or too much work. But if you want to shop with more intention, you need to plan ahead, and a budget is how you do that. Your budget can be as simple as you like, but just going through the act of budgeting out what you'll spend on food this week will make you far more intentional with where your money is going and not going.
We've got the exact minimalist budget we've used for years linked below if you're interested in checking ours out. But whatever works for you when budgeting, as long as you're intentionally setting aside some time to think about how you want your hard-earned money to be spent and where you want it to go, you'll be fast on your way to being an intentional shopper.
Next, as a key way to start being more intentional with your grocery shopping trips is to actually look at those receipts. Actually look over them as you sit in the car to see what the most expensive things are. This will also help with your budgeting. It's too easy to go on autopilot when you've been grocery shopping and just keep buying the same things time and time again without realizing that you're overspending or that shrinkflation has hit.
Looking at your receipt brings your focus to how much things are actually costing you in relation to other things on your list, and you'll start to notice patterns and observations. When I first started doing this, I started to notice things like, wow, meat was definitely the most expensive thing I bought today. It accounts for 40% of my entire bill. There's an area I could probably save on some weeks when I need to. I could perhaps even substitute it out for something healthier like lentils instead of beef mince for my burrito bowls I make all the time.
It's those kinds of observations from looking over your receipt that will really sink in, and you'll remember them best right after grocery shopping. So take the time and look over your receipt. Take a picture if you need to, if you want to be more intentional with your grocery shopping and simplify your future trips for future use.
Another way to be more minimalist and intentional with your grocery shopping is to always, and we mean always, eat a meal beforehand. Don't shop on an empty stomach. It'll just mean that when you're surrounded by all that food, your impulse buying will go way up. Having a satiated appetite beforehand, even just a light meal, curbs impulse buying and means you're far more likely to stick to your list.
Next is number 6 on our list of ways you can be more minimalist in your approach to grocery shopping. Stick to no-fuss stores. For example, Aldi. Aldi is a great example of a no-fuss store because it has the same layout and never changes. It's wonderful because we know where everything is. Unlike Coles or Woolworths, who like changing their item locations every single time we're there, is to distract and confuse. So you wander around trying to find the items and end up buying more because you get distracted. There's a lot of money poured into the psychology of stores like this, where they put staple items right at the back of stores, so you need to walk past everything and get distracted by flashy marketing and end up buying more.
I actually despise shopping in places that make things deliberately annoying because it wastes my time. As a minimalist, I value my time, and wandering around in a store looking for items that were there last week but somehow moved to a whole different area of the store grates on me. Aldi's layout is simple and they deliberately designed it for efficiency. Not once in the 6 years we shopped at Aldi have they changed things around. Yes, the middle aisle changes with their special buys, but that doesn't count. The store doesn't change. Go to nearly any Aldi and you'll feel right at home because their layouts are nearly identical. I can literally visualize where everything is located, down to the aisle and position on the shelf, which makes writing our weekly grocery list a breeze because I actually write it first, then sort our list by what items appear first on our walk through the store. I swear this isn't an ad for Aldi. We're just big fans of simplicity, and Aldi is far superior when it comes to saving time and money than the other stores around us. We understand not everyone has an Aldi around them, but it might be a good idea if you want to simplify your grocery shopping to have a solid think about what grocery stores around you waste your time versus the ones that don't.
As we're on the topic of simplifying things and saving time, another way to drastically simplify your grocery shopping is to actually use store pickups or home drop-off services from your local stores. This saves you from ever needing to go into the store. The one thing we'll say with this is that it can come with a premium cost versus just going in yourself. So even though we're including it in this list, because it really does simplify grocery shopping, this is the only one on our list that Jess and I actually don't use, even though we're minimalists. That's because Aldi doesn't offer a pickup option.
This is because, you know, this is make grilled cheese sandwiches.
And because Jess and I are actually frugal minimalists, which means we carefully weigh up options on time saved versus cost.
For us, we did the math, and the financial savings we make simply from shopping at Aldi for 15 minutes a week, sometimes even a fortnight, far exceed the financial cost of getting a pickup or drop-off option at other stores. So do with this what you will. Some places offer free delivery if your order is over a certain amount, so it might make sense for you to do that instead of going into the store yourself. But just know the overall grocery haul will be more costly because the items are more expensive to begin with.
Next, as number 8 on our list of ways to be more minimalist and intentional with your grocery shopping, bring your own bags. Leave durable, higher quality bags in your car if you need to. We have some in our car in a small box at all times, so we're never caught out. But just don't stockpile flimsy plastic bags you buy at the counter that just end up in landfill. It's far more intentional and way better for the planet to bring your own cloth bags every time you go grocery shopping. Minimalists are not about piling up bag after bag and paying extra for wasteful resources that just go to the trash. It's a waste of your money and it's harming the planet.
When I grew up in the 90s, it seemed like every household had a bag of bags, like an actual giant bag filled with plastic bags from the grocery store. It was just how it was. No one used reusable cloth bags. But we know better now, and just having 2 great cloth bags is far better than having 100 crappy plastic bags crammed into a bigger bag and stashed somewhere in your kitchen.
So remember to bring your own reusable bags. and make it easy for your future self to do so by placing them in a spot you'll remember, like your car, or even have a mini checklist before you step out of your house to go grocery shopping. Next, as number 9 for the ways you can be an intentional shopper, make sure you simplify where you can with cost-effective time savers like trolley bags. This one might be related to our previous point, but it's actually even more groundbreaking than that. This is about literally saving you time and making you more efficient when it comes to those bigger shops. The kinds of grocery shops where you're stocking up on essentials and pantry staples. Or perhaps you just have a big household and always fill the trolley with groceries to the brim.
These insanely cool trolley bags take the fuss out of packing and unpacking grocery shops. Like we've said earlier, Josh and I shop at Aldi, and we mentioned how efficient Aldi likes to be. That 100% holds true for their packing servers. Those on the till scan things as fast as you can manage, and I remember my first time at Aldi gawking at just how crazy fast they were scanning items at the counter and passing them to the customer. It's honestly a pretty funny experience to see someone experience Aldi for the first time. Their eyes go wide at just how efficient the servers at the cash register can be. The workers also get to sit down, so they don't need to be on their feet all day. It's definitely against the norm in most grocery stores, so it all adds up to make the experience shopping at Aldi fascinating the first couple of times you experience it. They're all about efficiency and don't want to waste anyone's time. So even though more often than not, Aldi workers can hold a friendly conversation with you as they throw scanned products at you, it can be a little daunting. If you're just using regular cloth bags for big shops, you simply won't have enough time to pack everything from the counter into the trolley in time. The cloth bags don't stand up straight and they fall over, so you can't faff around with that as you desperately try to keep up with their ruthlessly efficient scanning. So the trolley bags are fantastic.
Simplify where you can with cost-effective time savers like trolley bags. These sit in your trolley and open up wide so you can simply throw your stuff straight in. You can cut out more than half the effort by just packing everything directly into your trolley bags at the counter.
I actually used to feel a little bit stressed at Aldi the first couple of times I went, especially when it was busy and I didn't want to hold anyone up. The first time I went, the cashier even politely asked me to move over to the Slowbees repacking area so the line didn't get held up and you could scan the next person's items. I've learned since then, and hopefully it can save someone out there too, the extra time packing and repacking. Use creative options like these trolley bags, or I've even seen someone use a laundry basket. Time-saving options like this cut down on time, energy, and it absolutely simplifies your shopping experience, especially for bigger shops.
Number 10 on the list, limit buying things with too much packaging where possible. Try to be mindful about packaging and try to buy products that have minimal or recyclable packaging. For example, loose nuts instead of those in plastic wrap, or items like red lentils in cardboard or glass packaging instead of those in plastic. This means you can use your own little bags instead of contributing to more plastic in the world. And it actually makes your home look far more organized and less cluttered if you don't have a heap of brands and labels splashed across everything. This one can't always be the case for everything, but where possible, don't buy bananas wrapped in plastic. Nature has a perfectly good protective layer for that already, and it saves you from adding pollution and time spent peeling off plastic just to put it into the bin.
Next, and second to last on our list, is a great way to simplify your grocery shops and practice being more intentional with your shopping. Buy fruits and vegetables seasonally. Buying food that's in season saves you money and effort hunting around trying to find foods that might not even be stocked because they're out of season. Fruits and vegetables that are in season are far better to prioritize in your trips to the grocery store because they're in abundance. They're typically cheaper and they're everywhere. It's a good use of your time and energy to buy these in-season foods versus their sparsely seen, not in-season counterparts. If you want to be more intentional with your shopping, just doing a quick Google for what fruits and veggies are in season in your local area for that particular time of year 100% makes you feel more on top and intentional with your grocery shopping.
Last on our list, if you want to be more intentional and shop like a minimalist when you're out grocery shopping, make sure you apply the core minimalist principle of quality over quantity. It's far better when it comes to most things in life to buy with quality in mind rather than quantity. This is very true when it comes to food also. It's far better to buy food that will nurture your health, things like substantial whole foods rather than lots of highly processed foods.
Being intentional with buying quality foods over a quantity of foods is a great way to be more intentional with your spending. In saying this, it's not like you can never be an intentional shopper because you buy lower quality quote unquote junk food. Everything needs balance. Just because something doesn't nourish your body in the most efficient way possible doesn't mean it doesn't nourish your soul. Food should be bought and consumed in balance. So it's just an important thing to keep in mind when we're talking about quality over quantity. Sometimes that bar of dark chocolate cooling your name from aisle 4 is the best thing you can buy to boost your happy hormones.
Buying things of higher quality can also sometimes translate to bigger savings from buying things like concentrated versions of items, like laundry liquid for example, which saves you money, takes up less physical space in your home, and is better for the environment because it cuts down on plastic and other packaging instead of buying multiples of the same non-concentrated items. So try to always buy with quality in mind rather than quantity, and you'll be well on your way to being more intentional and shopping like a true minimalist in no time.
So there we go. There's our list of 12 minimalist grocery shopping tips for how to shop with more intention. Let us know if something on this list sparked a thought with you and if there's anything you're going to start trying.
If you found value in this kind of simple living video, we'd love if you gave it a like and follow. It really does help out our channel. And until next time, bye!
Nourish? What? Nourish. Do you have any energy left for boxing?